before, during, and after today's game. Persons throwing objects or participating in other acts and conflicts of good sportsmanship, safety, and fair play are subject to rejection and prosecution. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
Tip-off is just about a minute or so away. Today's broadcast on BFA Sports, powered by RK Chevrolet, Kia, and Subaru on Delsea Drive in Vineland. When you're looking to take your team to the next level or your favorite destination, what better place than to purchase your new vehicle at RK Chevrolet? And it is looking a bit bright in here today. You want to brighten things up at your home, be sure to check out our friends at Sunrun Solar. Sunrun Solar with a special promotion for BFA viewers. Receive a check for the first 6 months of the cost of your solar and electricity at installation. More to come on that. But for now, let's move it over and meet our starting lineups. Here are your starting fives, and for Atlantic Cape, it'll be forward Justin Baxter, the point guard and sensational new signee, just committed D1, David Coit. He's headed to Northern Illinois. Jonathan Cosme Almeida, 6'3" guard out of Denver, Colorado. Aiden Riley, number 24, a 6-foot guard, is a bit of a storybook addition to this squad. Coach tells me he actually found him shooting baskets in complete darkness in the gym after baseball workouts just a few short weeks ago. And the swingman himself, Big and Swalo Young. So Sway Young, a guy that can play multiple positions on the court. He gets up and down, appears to be everywhere. And quickly for the Ocean County Vikings, their starting five will be Josh Klein, Mark Dennis, Brian Potter, Jalen Jackson, and Aaron Osborne. We are ready to go here in Pitney Hall in what should be a high energy and a high tempo game. The Buccaneers at 9-3 pride themselves on playing both ends of the court. Like to press the defense, and the tip is already won, and we are ready to go. Sway Young has the ball, and he'll get it back to the point guard in David Coit. Coit feeds it underneath, and they're trying to get it to Riley in the corner. Coit continues to handle the rock. He's going to pull up for three. That one will be long. And the rebound. So Jalen Jackson taking control early, and he's going to pull three. That one going to end up being long and called out of bounds. So still a scoreless contest as the Vikings try to set it in. Jackson, he's running from the point. He'll swing it around, getting inside. And Jackson called stepping out of bounds yet again. So quick turnover. You see the swing on the BFA replay. Trying to work the outside, and a great job by the Atlantic Cape defense. And back to live action. Riley can't get the ball into the hoop. Ocean in transition. Swing again over to Jackson. Vikings going with a bit of a 2-3 offense as they continue to run, swinging around. Top of the key again. Back to Dennis. Dennis is going to work it in the corner. He gets stuck, and pulling up is Klein. And he's going to get the home court bounce, even though he's a visitor, for the first bucket of the game. And the Vikings picking up the defense, trying to pressure Coit. Coit, the dribble drive, the floater, and it's good. So quickly tie it up. Again, Vikings offense runs through Jackson. Good rotation out front. Another drive and a score for Brian Potter. So early on, it appears the Vikings looking to try to challenge the big men, move the ball in the paint. And speaking of big men, one of the better ones you're going to see in Region 19 is Baxter, and he goes to the hole to get the deuce. And high tempo, back we go. Jackson again, looking to penetrate. Crossover, swing pass. Driving and partial block, Sway Young. Get out of my neighborhood. Klein pulls up for three, and that one will go in and out. Young pulls down the rebound. And Coit looking to push the ball. Cosme Almeida, bit stuck. He looks for Sway Young on the other side. Young, penetration, calls the bank, and he scores. Jackson back the other way now. He's going to take it all the way. Gets jammed up. Good defense as the Buccaneers collapse underneath. He's going to swing it outside, pulling the trigger. No good. Rebound back out. Coit looking to pick up the tempo. He pushes the rock, swing pass. Almeida. That ball is long. Back the other way. Getting in some conditioning in this one. Full court, good pull by Jackson. He can't get it to go. And a good job underneath by Justin Baxter for Atlantic Cape on the defense. But defensive foul is called on Aiden Riley, and that will send the Vikings to the line. So Brian Potter getting set, shoot his first of two. In and out. So now one more. Substitution. Nickerson, John Louis now in the game for Ocean. Potter pulls the second, and he can't get that one to go either. Sway Young now pulls the rebound, and he's looking to get the ball back to Coit. And it appears that the Vikings are going to John Louis to play some defense, but Coit pulls up. Can't get it to go, but Sway Young cleans it up and gets it to fall. Now the Buccaneers with a 4-point lead as Jackson presses the ball. That one goes in the middle. The dish, Nickerson, John Louis. He goes to the corner and pulling the three, but no good is Josh Klein. David Coit now. Substitution for the Buccaneers as Mbai comes to check in, but we're going to hold and get the call. Looks like there was a call, foul 3 green. 21. Foul call is number 21, and that is on Aaron Osborne. So Osborne, his first. Team's first. Coit gets trapped. Mbai, the big man, swings it out and pulling the three, but yet a little bit long. is Justin Boston. And they clean it up. So Baxter now continuing to rebound the boards, put it on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, ball is pulled up short, and we have a foul. So white 11 is David Coit. And another trip to the free throw line early for Ocean. One more now for Aaron Osborne. He pulls it, and it looks like a violation as he crossed the line when he let it fly. Full court pressure again. Nickerson, John Louis coming off the bench, and he's trying to make Coit work for this. Offensive foul. So illegal screen called on Justin Baxter. That'll turn the ball over. Coach Alan Ragland going with a bigger lineup. If you've been watching Buccaneer basketball, you will know that Mohamed Mbai can handle the rock. Being a big man, 6'6", 210 pounds, out of Johns Creek, Georgia. He's somebody that's been pressed into action a few times. Plays like a swing man in this offense. Is usually relegated to play a little bit down low in the center power forward position. Nonetheless, Josh Klein, he gets the ball back to Jackson. And now Richard Jones in the game, applying pressure for the Buccaneers. That ball is pushed out of bounds, and it will remain with the Vikings. Deep inbounds pass, and John Louis back to Jackson, pulls it for three. That one's going to be short, and David Coit, he'll get the board, and he'll get the ball. He's going to push it up the court. Step back three. Long rebound, and bringing it up is the big man. Great job again by Justin Baxter. Dude is like a Dyson vacuum cleaner, as he just seems to be sucking up all kinds of boards, but not to be denied there is number 11, Potter, as he went coast to coast. And now Richard Jones takes control of the Bucks offense. And there's a reach-in foul by number 15 in Jackson. And a 30-second timeout called by Coach Ragland of the Buccaneers. They want to talk this one over. They're holding on to a 4-point lead here on BFA.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Back in Pitney Hall for Region 19 basketball on BFA Sports, as the Buccaneers coming out of a timeout. Going to make a couple of changes here from position. Looks like Sway Young getting ready to check back in the game, but in the meantime, Mbai, inbounds pass over to Boston. Boston, spin move, and he drains it. Great rotation. Leaves the Ocean Vikings in the paint. Jackson, he'll press the rock. And another turnover. Here comes Richard Jones. Jones pushes it ahead. Boston takes it to the hole in the foul. Josh Klein going to be called on this one. He's not going to agree with the caller. But nonetheless, this is a great move. Good vision here by Jones. And a good take right to the hole. So he'll back to live action. He'll shoot first of two. Substitution now for Ocean. Checking in for Osborne will be Wes Deach. And it trickles in on the bounce. Buccaneers out to a 7-point lead. Bit of a switch now as Deach. He swings the ball to Dennis. Dennis now back to Jackson. Richard Jones contesting. Potter now. He gets stuck. Good inlet pass and a big-time play. What a conversion by Josh Klein. Just a great pass here by Potter on the look. Clears the lane. Klein knew exactly what it was he wanted, and he's going to try to complete the 3-point play. The Vikings. How about the Vikings? And he gets it to go. 3-point play. Closes the gap to 4 as Jones goes back to work. Jones, the dribble drive. He kicks it out. Mbai takes it hard, and he gets it to fall. Some good team ball rotation there by Atlantic Cape. Potter, he's going to try to take it coast to coast. He lets it float, and he gets denied. Ball goes out of bounds, and Mbai with some good transition defense. And Jones pressed the ball back up court. Getting Atlantic Cape set into their offense. Good rotation as he gets it to Coit. Coit looking inside, feeding it to Mbai. Mbai reverse pivot, can't get it to go. Boston goes to take it hard, and Potter flies in on the hack attack. You see it right there, so good heads-up play. Boston knew that he had him moving, and he didn't hesitate. So here's the first of 2 as he gets it through. And now Sway Young will check in for Baxter. And that one is in and out. So Deach with the rebound. Jackson now pushing for Ocean County. Man defense being played here by Atlantic Cape. Good feed. Reverse layup attempt, but no good. Jones finding some room. Kicks it out to Mbai, the big man. A little long on the 3, but right there is Boston. Boston doing his best impression of a Visa commercial. He is everywhere you want to be early this afternoon. Another drive to the hole, but Klein loses the handle, but Ocean will keep the basketball. A 20-11 lead thus far for Atlantic Cape. Deach looking to inbound. He gets it to Jackson. Jackson immediately fouled before he gets to take the shot. This one is going to be called on Boston, but it's going to be on the floor. So a non-shooting foul. Look at Deach's sneakers. Dude, those are some hot pink shoes right there. So Deach, he inbounds it, and now a new sub in for Ocean, and that's Dylan McCann. And McCann will go right to work as he kicks it into another reserve, and that was Jared Craig. Buccaneer defense being stingy. Mbai keeps it straight up. He's able to get a piece of it, and he pulls down the board. So Mbai showing off some ball skills, as I mentioned before, as he pushes it. Delivers it back to Coit. Coit with a killer crossover, and he's stripped. A little thievery going on by Mark Dennis. Dennis tries to take it, and he's going to be stripped by Jones. Jones is going the other way. Back and forth they go. Tries the Euro step, and he gets the foul. So look at Richard Jones. Little Euro action. He's able to draw the foul, and he'll have a chance to go to the line shooting 2. First one is up and in. Jones drains the second. So Jones getting it done early. Again, going deep into the benches. Ocean rotating in a lot of players, keeping them fresh. Jackson now is in the corner. And he's back out front to Deach. Deach back to Jackson. Jackson with the drive. He takes it hard. And he's going to be called to the line as a foul on number 4, Jonathan Cosme Almeida. Some good work now. And there's a question about the number of team fouls. All right, so this will be a 2-shot. Trip to the charity stripe as Jackson puts the first one in. Now Ocean County is being deemed in the bonus. Richard Jones will sub in for David Coit. And it's good. So Jackson closes the gap now to 9. And the Vikings trying to stay in this one. Mbai, he'll push the ball. And he's going to feed it to Sway Young. It's a give and go, no. Jones trying to penetrate. He'll swing it to Cosme Almeida. And he will drive to the lane, get his own rebound. And he is fouled, but this one is going to be deemed on the court. So 32, Jared Cray is called for the hold. 6 team fouls now for Ocean and Atlantic Cape. Jones from the parking lot, and it's good. Drains the deep 3, NBA style. Deach now trying to keep the Vikings in this one. Up tempo. A pop and a stop pull for Mark Dennis. He can't get it to go. Richard Jones now. Reverse skate. As he pulls it again. He's in range. You need an extension cord on that one around the holiday season. Just a bit short. And another visit to the scores table. And a question about number of fouls. This one here was called on Richard Jones. And having a bit of a debate on the court here. But nonetheless, we're going to go back to live action as Klein now running the offense for Ocean. Hesitation move, and he's able to find a lane, and he scores. So Klein working hard. But now Mbai, he's going to go with the killer crossover. The big man to the lane. Can't get it to go. And we're being told a called. Is it a called blocking foul? No. Green ball underneath. So no foul called, just a change of possession. And quickly, Ocean trying to head back to the offensive side of the court. Jackson, he goes to the corner. Cray, he pulls up, and it's good. So Ocean using some depth on their roster. Lots of guys engaged and on the scorebook. As Jones looks all the way across long distance. Boston. He takes it to the hole, but he is called for steps. So a traveling call will turn the ball over. And David Coit to the scorer's table. He steps in for Cosme Almeida, and Mbai will step aside as number 5, Justin Baxter, is back in. So McCann now, he's going to try to move the ball for the Vikings. Klein dishes back. Cray ends up with it. He is stripped, but they will maintain possession as Richard Jones, scrappy, playing defense this afternoon. He's able to create a turnover. So Deach back to Jackson, and he is immediately contested by Richard Jones. Jackson tries to dish it to Cray, and Cray can't get a handle, but another Buccaneer foul on the reach-in. Number 13, Sway Young, called for the foul, and Cray will go to the line. We're in a 1-and-1 bonus situation. Cray is long on the first one. Good rebound by Boston. Here comes the pressure. Good dish and a jam! Sway Young with authority. Vikings are reeling. Jackson trying to keep it in, and he answers back with a three. So now Richard Jones picking up the tempo. He pops, he pulls, and it's short. Rebound by Cray. Cray now to Jackson. Jackson with the dish inside. McCann can't get it. Turnover. Coit to Jones. The alley and the lob for the layup. Conversion again. Justin Boston. He's been everywhere. He pulls, he pops, and it's long. Can't get it to go. Cray now with the rebound. Baxter contesting on defense. McCann now swings it wide. 7 minutes and 55 seconds in the first half. And here comes Jackson, strong to the hole. He'll draw the foul. And that is going to cue Mbai to go to the table and check in. But he clears the lane. Nice crossover move. The bunny hop and the pull. But he gets Sway Young moving backwards, and that's a tough situation to be in. And he will now shoot the first of two. That ball goes long. Substitution now as Mark Dennis checks back into the game for McCann. Ocean now down by 8, 29-21 here in the first half from Mays Landing. The pop from the corner and the long three. Coit wasted no time, pulls the trigger quickly, and now lead stretches to 11. Deach now back in control of the Viking offense. He swings it to the corner. A save by Klein, but it ends up in the hands of Jones. Richard Jones, inlet pass. Mbai ends up with the ball, and he's fouled. Some great teamwork and transition by Atlantic Cape. Coach Ragland loves what he sees. But Coit, inlet pass and a great dish. No look. Coit to Mbai. He's going to have to earn him the hard way. Coach Ragland fired up as he wanted him to convert and make this a three-point play. So Mbai hits the first of two. Mbai again, 6'6", big man with the touch. He drains both his free throws. Atlantic Cape now holding on to a 13-point lead, and Ocean called for steps. Klein giving the referee his tryout for the debate team, as he didn't agree with what his thoughts were on the call. And we got a shot clock reset here. Going to make it 28 seconds, I believe, and there it is. Busy day for our scoreboard operator, Sean O'Brien. His fingers are going to probably have blisters on him by the time this one's done. Long ball, and that one is a bit off the mark. Wasn't sure if that was a long three or a field goal attempt in the NFL. Probably see a couple of those tonight. 8:15 NFL action. Ryan Schumacher, our producer, is looking forward to watching some football later on this evening. Lob pass back door, but Jackson can't connect. Here comes Baxter, and by to Jones. Jones with the dribble, and he can't get it to go. Jackson, he pushes it. Deach, killer cleats, killer crossover. He pulls, he pops, he dishes, and Klein finishes. So Klein, the captain of the debate team for the Vikings, can shoot the ball long too as he drains the three. Klein, he's going back to the hole. He dishes. Cray, rejected by Baxter. David Coit crossover way downtown, and he hits it. Big three by Coit. And a big day. Signing his letter of intent at around 12 noon here for Atlantic Cape. Team deep, quite a few D1 recruits is Cray. He pulls it, can't get it to go. David Coit now. He's going to push the length of the floor. Showing off the ball skills. He pops. It's a bit long, and he's called. No, a technical foul called on Coit for the flop. That's number 11. Called on the flop. Conversation between the official and the coaching staff of Ocean. I don't know. That was I kind of thought that Coit was just off balance. But nonetheless, a little bit of a debate. So, Coach Ragland just asking for some clarification on the call. Tough one there. Again, everyone has a different perspective on this one. But if you were looking for a different vehicle, call our friends at RK Chevrolet, Kia and Subaru, Delsey Drive in Vineland. Matter of fact, have an auction going on today. You can reach out to them and get a fantastic offer from anywhere in the country. So if you have a vehicle, you're looking to sell, not quite sure what it's worth, you want top dollar, call our friends at RK Chevrolet. It's 856-691-8400. Tell them BFA sent you. All right, back to live action after the technical foul attempt, and the ball is back in Deach's hands. Deach swings it. Potter back in. That's a kicked ball. It'll remain with the Vikings in green. And it's now Klein. He's got the handle. He goes over to Dennis. Dennis drives to the hole. He can't get it to go. Good defense by Atlantic Cape. Not losing his ground is Sway Young. Going the other way, and now pulling is Boston, and he's good from three-point land. Boston having himself a day. Jackson, he's going to try to go Euro step the other way. Can't get it to fly. Potter pulls the long ball. He can't get it to go. And Jones. I don't know if you get half credit for a rebound if you both have it, but the dish, the finish, no. Baxter can't get it. And by now, he's going to take it all the way. He gets it to go, and an offensive foul is called. We'll watch it here on the BFA RK Chevrolet instant replay, and then by. Taking it hard as we slow it down. Established defense there and a hard take, so give credit where credit is due. Mark Dennis drawing the offensive foul, taking the charge for the Vikes. And I believe this one is a full timeout. And we'll step aside from Mays Landing as the Buccaneers with a 40-24 lead.
It's so easy. They basically said, look, you can get a no money down lease. Sunrun comes in, puts in the panels, puts in the batteries, takes care of everything. And the price that you pay for your electricity is going to end up being cheaper than what you're going to get from the utility. So to my mind, it's a no-brainer. I actually can't wait to go out and tell my friends about it.
Coming back here at Pitney Hall, and look at the Sway Young slam. That there was a big-time play in a big-time spot. Changed the momentum in the direction of the game, and so far it's been mostly Atlantic Cape now holding on to a 16-point advantage. They continue to press on with just 4:51 left in the first half. Today's contest also presented by Sunrun Solar. You're in the market, want to make your house a bit green, similar to the Vikings uniforms, I guess. Call our friends Ken Spangenberg and the team at Sunrun Solar. Handle roof, installation, lock in some fantastic rates, and get rid of that electric bill. All right, back to live action as Deach brings the ball up, trying to get the Vikings into their offense. Ball pushed out of bounds, remained with Ocean County. Give a shout out to our buddy Rob Fishbein. Fishbein trains a lot of these Atlantic Cape athletes, and Coach Ragland's team in the offseason. Shout out to him and his son Rob and the Atlantic City Vikings. Got a good start last night versus the Bridgeton Bulldogs. Speaking of recruits, quite a few as Jones pulls back and he shoots it long. And by gets down the board. The dish, Baxter takes it hard, and he draws the foul. Great take there by Baxter. Baxter from Bamberg, South Carolina. Coach Ragland wants to make sure that some of the new recruits getting ready to make their way to Atlantic Cape. Wants to say hello, make sure he knows that they're watching. Got guys from Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, North Carolina, and the home state of Baxter, which is South Carolina. So Atlantic Cape really on the map in a big way, creating great bridges for a lot of these guys to get into their school of choice as they move on collegiately. Again, Northern Illinois will be the home of the latest guy to sign, and that was David Coit earlier this afternoon. So now 4:11 remaining in the first half. And by now gets the ball in, and Baxter gets the pass from Boston. Sway Young on the rebound, and Sway Young on the finish. Great job for the native from Lexington, South Carolina. The 6'6" freshman is Sway Young. But Potter, he's going to take it to the hole. And Sway Young continues to contest down on defense. Long ball and a long three. So everybody contributing. This time, Brian Potter drains the three. Baxter with the feed to Young. Young tries to get the shot off, and a foul will be called down low. This time it's called on Mark Dennis. So Sway Young now to the line. The foul is charged to Dennis. And he drains it. So Cosme Almeida will check into the game for Boston, giving him a rest, much deserved. Boston has been a busy man today. And Sway Young drained his first free throw, and he does short with the second. So Klein with the rebound. He's going to push it up the court. Here comes Jalen Jackson. Jackson with the ball handling, the penetration, and the finish right over Baxter. No hesitation from the guard. And Jackson pushing Jones. Jones now, he pulls the three, and it's good. Richard Jones saw the open look, and he knew he had to pull that. He was wide open. Here comes Dennis now. He's going to penetrate. He dishes. Firing his Potter. This time he's short. Rebound by Sway Young. Jones pushes it hard, and steps are called by Baxter. So big focus for Atlantic Cape as the season wears on is transition. Be better on the finish, transition offensively, and then be sure to get back defensively, as they've been burned a couple of times, but that's not the case today. Really good team defense, good ball movement, in fact, right here by Ocean. Klein trapped in the corner. Good inlet pass, and wow, can't get the finish as Osborne. Now ending up in the corners, Jackson. Oh, behind the back, here comes Dennis. Long ball, no good. So a bit of a flash, but no finish on the picture. Here comes Richard Jones. Jones now to Mbai. Sway. He gets called for the walk. A little bit indecisive before he just put the ball on the floor. And got another substitution as Baxter comes off. Mbai back in now for Atlantic Cape. Just about 2 minutes remain in the first half. Losing the handle is Dennis. Riley, his outlet pass is picked. And now Jackson back to the top. Trying to use the pick from Osborne. Good ball movement. He's got Klein in the corner who steps on the line. Now an 18-point lead, and Cray back into the game for Potter. That substitution for the Vikings. Cosme Almeida. Look at the ball back to Mbai. Mbai between the legs. Ooh, showing off the skills, and he loses the handle. So a little bit of extra icing, probably a little too much on that piece of cake. And now 32 in Cray is called for the reach-in foul. Coach Ragland double checking to see if Mbai is trying out for Dancing with the Stars, as he was moving the ball around a little bit extra than he maybe should have. But he does end up on the line. And Sway Young, team player that he is, he's even mopping up the floor. So a bit of a timeout, and our cameraman, Josh Davidson, getting in as he's handing out towels. Good for him. So Mbai, first of two. And he drains the first. And the second is long. Rebound by Cray. Outlet to Jackson. He's pressing. He tries to cut. Jump step. He gets it to Dennis. Dennis now. Euro hop. And he is going to draw a foul. That referee is pretty animated. But look at this. Good jump cut by Dennis. Can't get it to go, but he does get a free trip to the line. That one's going to be short, and Nickerson John Louis steps in for Jackson with 1:22 remaining in the first half for the Vikings. Dennis with his second attempt. And he gets it to fall. Mbai now back to action. Jones caught in the corner. Here comes Riley. He gets it to Sway Young. Jones on the hard move to the hole. And he's called for steps. A little bit of disbelief by the Atlantic Cape coaching staff. Good look here, Klein. Klein's had himself a nice afternoon thus far for Ocean County. But Jackson subbed out for about 30 seconds, it felt like. He gets the ball over to Klein. Klein in the paint. The floater won't go. Mbai with the pull. And he's going to push the ball up court, trying to find Almeida in the corner. It goes off the leg of Dennis, and he calls it off Mbai. So Mbai trying to dribble through and penetrate, but he was denied. And it's going to be Jackson inlet to Osborne. Osborne goes reverse. He can't get it to go. Sway Young gets it back to Richard Jones. So Richard Jones now working out top against Jackson as 20 seconds remains on the clock and ticking. Appears that Atlantic Cape is going to hold for one shot. There's 1 second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. So Jones, he gets pickpocketed. Klein going to try to push it and get one more shot in. Didn't have anybody there. Riley, half-court heave, and it's off the rim. Sway Young with the Hail Mary to end the first half. You'll see it here on the BFA RK Chevrolet. Dunk. This was the Sway Young hammer down, and that was the Sunrun Solar power play of the first half. It's 48-30. We'll step away and be back for more basketball action here in Mays Landing.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
It's so easy. They basically said, look, you can get a no money down lease. Sunrun comes in, puts in the panels, puts in the batteries, takes care of everything. And the price that you pay for your electricity is going to end up being cheaper than what you're going to get from the utility. So to my mind, it's a no-brainer. I actually can't wait to go out and tell my friends about this.
It's more than a game. It's more than just practice. It's more than coaching.
It's more than learning.
It's more than a team.
Es más que el béisbol.
Being a good teammate.
Being responsible.
It's being a hard worker.
It's learning how to communicate.
It's becoming the best version of myself.
It's more than baseball. It's a program that transforms lives.
And that's why we need your help to transform the baseball field at Atlantic Cape that has gone unused for years. Through the Bring It Home Capital campaign, we'll work to restore and revitalize the field on campus, giving the Buccaneers a true home field advantage, where we can honor their hard work and dedication. We don't just teach these young men how to be better ball players, we teach them how to be better people, instilling values like responsibility, commitment, and dependability. Our players understand that what happens on the field is only part of the picture. What they do in the classroom, at home, and in their communities is just as important as being a well-rounded athlete. Help us bring it home. Let's show these young athletes that there's nothing that can't be accomplished through determination and teamwork. It's more than baseball. It's changing lives. And together, we can make a difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Welcome back to Pitney Hall. We're getting ready for the second half of action here on BFA Sports. Doug Stasic doing my best version of Han Solo as a bunch of the crew off for this weekend, if you will. But Ryan Schumacher, Mr. Producer Extraordinaire, is to my right. Sean O'Brien, Scoreboard Extraordinaire, over my shoulder. Charles Hope is your senior videographer, while Mr. Josh Davidson is down low and looking at that shot right now. Speaking of shots, first half action for the Buccaneers. Justin Boston leading the crew with 11 points. David Coit with 10, while Justin Baxter, who was Mr. Everywhere he could be down below on the boards, with 7 points. And for the Vikings, the guard in Josh Klein leads them with 10, while Brian Potter and Jalen Jackson each with 8. But we are ready to go from Pitney Hall. The Buccaneers, as you can see, with an 18-point advantage. They were hot the first half of action. Good combination and guard play. Even some of the big men, including Mbai, showing off some of those ball handling skills. Nonetheless, the defense has been suffocating to Ocean, and the Buccaneers haven't allowed them many second chances as the big men have dominated down below on the boards. So Coach Ragland giving them some marching orders. Horn sounds off, and the second half brought to you just like the first by our friends at RK Chevrolet, Kia, and Subaru. Come see Jim G and the team on Delsey Drive in Vineland, whether you're in the market for a new or used vehicle. And we'll keep the lights on with our friends at Sunrun Solar. Sunrun Solar, special offer for BFA Sports viewers, able to get the first 6 months of your electric bill and solar bill paid for in a check upon installation. Be sure to call our friend Ken Spangenberg and check out Sunrun Solar at sunrun.com. Second half action begins. Jackson pulls the first attempt. That one is long. Sway Young comes down with a board. Sway Young with the thunderous jam was the RK Chevrolet highlight of the first half. Ball is fed down below. This one up to Baxter. He is up and good. Baxter has been cooking, just like Kelsey and Kim's. Kelsey and Kim's, some of the best soul food in all of South Jersey, out of Atlantic City. I want to thank Kelsey Jackson and his team, providing some great support and often great meals for the Atlantic Cape crew. Ocean continuing to shoot the ball from the outside, trying to make up on this 18-point deficit. And a foul is called. No shot. Calling it on the ground. Mbai charged with the foul. 20 seconds on the shot clock right now. Klein on the inbounds pass, and he's over to the big man. Long ball for Brian Potter. Richard Jones now. He takes it, dribble drive, kicks it out, Mbai, the big man for three. Mbai showing off the range. 6'6" from the corner. Jackson behind the dish. That somehow ends up in the corner. Dennis, he kicks it to Klein. Klein, long ball and no good. So Josh Klein trying to add on to his stats from the first half, and he had led all scorers with 10 for Ocean. And Coit ends up hitting the deck. Picked up by his teammates. Coit in a little bit of disbelief. Doesn't seem that there was a call there. Coit, long ball, and it is good. So we're back to live action. So Coit shakes off his brief trip to the floor. Potter, he takes it strong, but defended by Sway Young. The Bucks headed back the other way. Coit swings it to Jones. Jones with a pair of long threes in the first half. He's being trapped defensively. Able to hold on to the handle. Looks low for Mbai, but he can't get it to him. Ball off the hand of Osborne. Mbai, inlet pass to Sway Young. Young looking to break down Osborne. Defended well. Loses the handle, but they'll remain with possession as it was poked away by Osborne. And now Mbai. He gets it into Coit. I think that might have been intended for Baxter. Back to Mbai. He takes it to the hole, but he loses the handle. Inbound pass, quick pull, and a quick three from number 2, Richard Jones. Jones, one of the quickest releases that I've seen, certainly in Region 19 action. No hesitation. He knew he was going to have an opportunity. He pulled the trigger. Jackson hesitates a bit as Mbai defends him. And the call is on the reach-in. Hard to believe, but nonetheless, that is the call. So now a 29-point advantage for Atlantic Cape as they have come out hot here in the second half. Jackson inside Osborne. He can't finish. Pulls the board as Baxter. Coit now. Bit of razzle. Inlet pass. And a quick foul as Baxter tries to finish. You see here on the RK Kia instant replay. Coit with the court vision. Finds Baxter. Baxter turns. Can't get it to finish as Dennis is going to be charged with the foul here. And there is Justin Baxter, who had 7 in the first half. He gets the first of 2. Mbai has 4 fouls as he left the game, and Baxter finishes making his second free throw. Jackson now with the handle. He's on the crossover. He's over to Dennis. Can't handle it. Coit all alone. End to end. And he adds 2 to the board. Transition defense now. Potter on the push. Potter reverses. Almost stripped by Boston. Gives it up. Dennis to the rack. And he gets the finish. Richard Jones changing up the tempo, allowing Atlantic Cape to get in their set offense. He breaks down Jackson. He's headed to the hole. He loses the handle, but they'll retain possession. It was a great move there by Jones as he saw the lane open way up. This one, Boston to Baxter. Baxter, 15-foot jumper is good. Jackson now looking to create some space. Pulling it is Deach. Deach, he's long. And a rebound by Boston. Jones with the handle. He has a good look. Hesitation by Sway. He's called for steps. Sway Young's been called a couple times today for this one, but this was a great look. No look. Woo, the dish. And Sway took a couple steps, didn't put the ball on the floor. Back to live action as it's Klein. He goes to Potter. Potter to the hole. He's denied. Good defense there by Sway Young. Going the other way is Richard Jones. Jones with the Euro step and the hack. So he'll go to the line shooting 2. And this foul will be charged to number 3, Josh Klein. Jones makes the first. Jones has just been quick with the trigger and some good shooting from the outside. And Jones nails the second free throw. Coach Ragland now pushing his team to play some defense. He wants to keep this door closed. Deach on the drive. He's high off the glass and denied. Boston in transition. He's going to shoot. No, he passes it. Sway Young takes it hard. And the ball remains with Atlantic Cape. For more information on Atlantic Cape, great opportunity, academic programs, culinary school, affiliation with Rutgers University and more. Be sure to check it all out at atlantic.edu. Jones pulls the trigger, and that is good. Jones has absolutely been in fuego from the outside as he drains another three. Jackson to Klein. Klein with a bit of a hesitation. He gets it back to Jackson. He looks to penetrate. Step back three, and it's short. David Coit on the rebound. He got called for a double dribble as he was I don't know if he tripped over the defender, but nonetheless, double dribbles called. Some changes for the Buccaneers. Riley steps back in. But Klein takes control of the offense in the corner to Jackson. Jackson out to Potter. Another Nico Montano now with the ball. Montano drives. He's high off the glass, and it's good. Sway Young not happy with the call, but what a play by Nico Montano. Southpaw. That one went high off the glass. He's going to try to complete the three-point play. And he does. So despite a great offensive effort, the Vikings find themselves down 35. Pull-up jumper, and it goes wide for Coit. Here comes Jackson. Jackson, Euro style. Seems to be a popular move by the Vikings. He tries to get it by Aiden Riley. And Jackson gets called for the push. Changes of plenty. Sway Young heads to the bench. Gives way for Boston. Baxter will also take a breather. And Cosme Almeida check in. So a small set right now for Atlantic Cape. They got 4 guards in the game. Only big man is Boston. And Klein getting charged with the elbow foul. A lot of speed on the floor right now for Atlantic Cape. That ball's into Jones. Jones goes to the hole. He dishes to Almeida. Almeida can't hang on. Almeida gets his own board, and he scores. So Cosme Almeida back on transition. Dennis tries to draw contact. No call. Now Boston transitions the other way. He dishes. Here's Aiden Riley. Riley can't get it to go. Jones, step back three. Short. Deach pushes it ahead to Klein. He's got the freebie. Can't make it happen. And now Coit. Fast-paced tempo. Dishes to Riley. Riley dishes inside, and a finish by Boston. The Buccaneers, they are fired up for the performance of Aiden Riley, new addition to the team over the last couple weeks. And Coach Ragland was telling me before the game, this one thing, man, this kid is gritty. And, again, he got found after his baseball workout, shooting in a gym that was pitch black dark. And coach looking to add some depth. They got a couple guys coming back once we get into January. But in the meantime, Aiden Riley finding himself a Buccaneer and clearly a locker room favorite. You could hear the energy from his other teammates. Cosme Almeida, a little razzle-dazzle. My Lord, kind of looks like he was trying to get an early start on his Christmas gift with all that shiny wrapping paper on that play. Richard Jones now. He's going to try to get set into their offense. The dish, pull back three, Boston. He hit that one from Chicago. Boston has been hot. McCann, rejected. There isn't much room in this gym for that one. Bust out your fly swatter. Man, oh man, I don't know what they ordered from Amazon, but this one got returned to the sender. A big block by Boston.
They're going to wrap him around. They're going to wrap him around, Dig. Stay on, Dig. Stay on. Dig.
So a quick take to the hole, again by number 13, Nico Montano. Richard Jones called for the personal foul, and Montano will go to the line. Want to thank everybody who's out there watching on both the YouTube and the Facebook feeds. Continue to chime in on the chat. As Montano finishes. Let us know where you're watching the game from. Try to give you a shout out here. Now the Buccaneers with a 40-point lead. Boston from three. That one can't go. Good hustle by Cosme Almeida. McCann now on the reverse for Ocean. He gets trapped by Jones and Cosme Almeida. And Cosme Almeida called for the reach-in. It's a feast of fouls. And basically Atlantic Cape is being called for all you can eat. There's a lot of fouls being handed out here by the officials. Inbounds pass now to Deach. Deach out to McCann. McCann trying to find a hole. He'll be denied. Tenacious defense here by Coit and Cosme Almeida. I don't know. I have a clue what that call would be. Cosme Almeida called for the foul. And now Dennis to the line. He hits the first of two. Another shot here now for Dennis. Can't get it to go. Another pull down by who else? Boston. Jones trying to make it to the court. Oh, no-look pass intended for Sway Young. Couldn't find him. Montano. Denied and can't finish. Here comes Jones. Up-tempo offense continues with just over 11 minutes remaining in the ball game. Long three, in and out. Boston couldn't get that one to fall. And Aiden on the hustle. Riley's called out of bounds. And Deach hands it over to McCann. And Bai heads to the table for the Buccaneers. McCann dishes the Oz. Nope, that's Potter. Potter kicks it out. Deach, his shot is long. McCann. Looks like the Vikings are trying to have a three-point convention. Trying to put a dent in this big-time Buccaneer lead. And some changes for the Buccaneers. Mbai and Baxter in as Sway Young and Coit head for the bench. And Boston as well. So the new 5 for the Buccaneers. Looks like we got Jones, Riley, Mbai, Baxter, and Sway Young. So Mbai showing off the handle, the big man working it. Trying to get Young, double team. Ball's loose, Riley, he's up, and it's good! Aiden Riley, he's all jacked up on Mountain Dew. And his team is excited. Montano with the false steps there. Called for traveling. All right, Young now running the Buccaneers offense out top. Gets the ball into the paint to Baxter. Baxter goes to Sway. Sway pulls back. He goes in and out with the ball, and Riley called for the reach. Oh. I don't know what the Buccaneers are shopping for Christmas, but I can guarantee you they're not going to have too many more fouls to give away. They're going to have to maybe – people are looking for some gifts for the Buccaneers. We want to give them some fouls. They're going to need some more by the time this one's over. All right, so now Deach will step to the line. And Deach can't get it to go. Here comes Jones. Jones pulls back. Splash. Good for 2. McCann, inlet pass, interference. No, intercepted. That one by Mbai. Here comes the big man. Yeah, he swings it to Sway Young. Young inside to Baxter. Pops it out. Riley for 3. And it's good. Aiden Riley earned his way on this team by shooting in the dark. And he's shooting out the lights right now. Hit on his last 2 attempts, a 2 and a 3. Potter pulls it, 3, no good. Board, John Louis somehow gets it to Potter. Potter back to Montano. Inside and rejected. Sway Young with a piece of that one. Mbai pushes it to Young. He's headed for the paint. Drag step, no good. Here comes Deach. Deach kicks it out. Good take by Potter. Looked like maybe Riley got a piece of that. Richard Jones. Oh, good feed inside and the finish by Baxter. Atlantic Cape moving the ball quite nicely this afternoon. Here comes Montano. Oh, he gets 2 guys to leave their feet. 3-point convention. In and out. Did not get it. The Vikings having no choice but to try to play a little bit of long ball here to close the gap. But this one's a little bit out of hand. And a rugby scrum breaking out there briefly at Pitney Hall. Here comes Jones. Ball is loose, but the finish by Baxter. Montano. Oh, stripped by Riley. Riley gets it to Sway Young, but Young will hold up for the rest of the team. Sway Young having some fun. He pulls it. That ball went in and out. So the Buccaneers now with a 50-burger of a lead. As Potter, he rolls one through the paint. And he gets it to go. Got a bunch of substitutions now underway. Ocean's going to shift lines. So Deach, nice afternoon for him. He'll head to the bench. Looks like it's going to be Nickerson, John Louis, McCann, Jackson, Potter, and Cray for the Vikings. Coit gets pressure from Jackson. He'll step back. He pulls it, and that one's no good. Rebound by Cray. Jackson's going to push it again. Jackson step back, looking to probably go with the long ball. I've seen Ocean do it a few times now. Oh, no, he dribble drive, pushes it out. Good hesitation. Find an open shot as McCann, but he can't get it to go. Reach in foul on the floor. Going to be called by 32. That's Cray. Both teams lit up in the bonus. So official scorekeeper Sean O'Brien on point. You can see the bonus graphic lit up on the scoreboard. And Jones. He gets the first half of the one-on-one. There is Jones. That one in and out. And Boston, he's going to be called. Called for the push. So they'll walk one end of the floor to the other. With both teams in the one-on-one, this could start looking like a 5K walkathon. They're going to go from one end to the next. But it's going to be Nickerson, John Louis. Can't get the first half of the one-on-one to go. Boston with the rebound. Keeps his head up. Good fundamentals. Goes to his left. Can't get it to fall. Good hustle, but look at the floor. The scrappy. And he's Aiden Riley on the floor. I thought they were going to call him for a travel, but somebody maybe called a 30-second or inadvertent whistle. So a bit of a discussion about maybe why that wasn't a travel call. All right, so good to go. Back in play. And Coit, the dish to Riley for three. No, short on that one. Every time Aiden Riley touches the ball, the entire Buccaneer bench rises to their feet. And Riley doing his part with the frequent flyer foul card. I don't know if they get like miles. Do they get to travel anywhere if you keep using that foul card? Who knows? All right, so here's McCann. McCann got a lane violation call. So McCann will get an opportunity to put up another free throw. Mbai checks into the game. And Aiden Riley make his way to the bench. Something to be said about the magic that Coach Ragland has created with the culture of this team. I mean, these guys are so into it for one another. As McCann, he'll dish out. Potter, long ball. That three is good. So lots of pulls from three-point land for Ocean County. Getting a couple to fall, but this one is well beyond reach. And we got a 30-second timeout called by the Buccaneers. They're up 91-43 here on BFA.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
We're back in Pitney Hall. You're watching BFA Sports coverage of Atlantic Cape Buccaneer basketball. For BFA, I'm Doug Stastic. Solo show today. Great job by our production team, led by Mr. Ryan Schumacher. Our scoreboard operator has been Sean O'Brien. Senior videographer, Mr. Charles Hope. And Our camera operator, Josh Davidson. There you can see in the shot. It's been all Buccaneers. Ocean. Tough start for them. 1-6 headed into this contest. About to be 1-7. But you really got to sit there and admire the way that they continue to hustle, play good team basketball, move the ball around. That ball's taken to the hole, and it is good. So McCann with the hard finish, and Sway Young is called. Well, look at this nice job here by McCann. Saw a little bit of a hole, and you can see Sway Young pushing with the left hand. Gets called for the foul. I just don't know what to get a look at the scores table. As I got to think that some of these Buccaneers are pretty close to fouling out of this one. And he drains it. So McCann connects. Closes the gap. Coit, however, he's going to pull up for three, and it's no good. Cray on the rebound. Outlets to Jackson. He's on his way. Pulls up, and that's no good. McCann. Hustle, dribble penetration. Potter pulls a three. No, that one is long. Jones. He tries to get the handle. Stolen. And the floater. No finish for McCann. Jones wide open to the lane. Contested by Jackson, who got a piece of it on the block. Jackson, been a bright spot in the Vikings offense. They've been leaning on him since the beginning of the game. Try to get a spark. Nickerson, John Louis. His shot is long. Cosme Almeida is now at the scorer's table, getting ready to check in for the Buccaneers. David Coit resets the offense. Baxter has it at the top of the key. He kicks to the corner. Coit, three, no. Mbai with the hustle. He dishes to Boston. Boston gets partial blocked. That was a nice defensive play there by Cray. Mbai, Coit, nobody there. The jam! Boston in the house. Pull-up shot. That one is short. Cray for three. No. Coit. Coit on the breakaway. And he gets it to fall. Jackson. He went with the left and the finish. Atlantic Cape now, 49-point advantage. Love to hear the Buccaneers actually pushing on each other to get the ball. Contest every possession. Nickerson, John Louis. He comes up off the floor. Jackson takes it himself. Can't get it to finish, but Craig can on the rebound. Seems like the Buccaneers are trying to challenge themselves to not allow 50 points from Ocean County. Jones now in the set. He goes, swings to the corner. Coit pulls it, and he hits it. 3-ball for Coit. Just over 3 minutes remain here in this one. McCann. He dishes to the corner. John Louis back to Potter. He's now got Jackson. They are looking to fire a 3-ball. Can't get it, so circus shot. Look at the spin. Jackson got over on that one. It's now 98-48. Mbai. Corner to back. Oh, inlet pass and a great, great finish by Mbai. 100 on the board. Jackson, he takes it to the hole. And we got a 30-second timeout being called by Ocean County.
It's so easy. They basically said, look, you can get a no money down lease. Sunrun comes in, puts in the panels, puts in the batteries, takes care of everything. And the price that you pay for your electricity is going to end up being cheaper than what you're going to get from the utility. So to my mind, it's a no-brainer. I actually can't wait to go out and tell my friends about this.
With the commanding 154 lead, 2:18 remaining. This one powered by Sunrun Solar. You just saw the commercial. Be sure to hit up our buddy Ken Spangenberg and our friends at Sunrun. Get a check for 6 months of your electric bill upon installation. David Coit looking to continue to power up the offense, and here's a finish. The Buccaneer team has had so many drives, wouldn't know which one to make the RK Chevrolet drive of the game. So number 14 now is Sebastian Arango. He's in the game for Ocean County. Also checking in is Alan Mitchell, number 20. Couple of changes. Number 25 is Edgar St. Val. And Cray and John Louis still in the game. Coit to the rack. He gets the foul. 24. So that foul's called on Nickerson, John Louise. And David Coit to the line. And Coit drains the first of two. And it's 2 in the hole. Sebastian Arango. He's running the offense now for Ocean County. Jones not giving him any room. Neither is Cosme Almeida. Good take to the rack. He takes it strong is Alan Mitchell, but not going to get the finish. Foul called on Cosme Almeida. And back to the scorer's table, and this will be Alan Mitchell's first attempt of 2. Can't get the first to connect. And Mitchell going for his second shot. Can't get it to fall. Good hustle there by John Louis. Mitchell can't hold on to the ball. Coit, he's going to pull up for 3, and it's long. Aiden Riley, number 24, back in the game. Coit pulls it again, and it's another 3 for Coit. Arango. He's over to Mitchell. Mitchell to Cray. A steal from Richard Jones. No one's going to stop him. He's going to take it all the way to the rack. And he gets the bucket. Big play there by Jones. We are just 54 seconds away, or 55 seconds from the end of this one. Jones going to do his best to complete the three-point play. Got another call defensively on the foul. And so Sebastian Arango will now get an opportunity. Buccaneers now have crossed into the 110 realm. First shot by Arango goes in and out. And his second one will fall. Richard Jones takes it all the way, coast to coast, but he can't get it to fall. Cray pulls down the board. He's going to – Mitchell dishes to Arango. Arango for 3. No good. And Richard Jones goes to push it. Arango with the foul. And another trip to the line is coming. Jones hits the first of 2. And he hits his second. Cray for 3. No good. Dickerson John Louis. He puts it up. And that ball's not going to fall. Boston will come down with the board as the clock will tick down to 0. Your final, Atlantic Cape 112, the Vikings of Ocean County 55. Atlantic Cape moves on to 10-3 on the season. Got their next action. They'll be coming up here in just a couple days. We'll take a quick look at the Atlantic Cape men's basketball schedule. And their next game isn't until January 8th, where they will be on the road to face Bergen County. So nonetheless, a good one, and you can see some of the highlight packages here as you wrap up. Not much in question. Big-time jams, big-time slams, big-time threes, and great defense all around have been the keys to this RK Chevrolet Kia Subaru victory on BFA Sports. And so now we'll be joined by Coach Alan Ragland as we get ready to close this one out. So, Coach, got a workout on today, it seemed like.
Yeah, workout.
A lot of guys running up and down the court. A lot of whistles were being blown. I know that was something that probably had taken you by a little bit of a surprise, I guess.
Yeah, it did in a way. I just wanted our guys to come out and finish strong. We gave up. We finished it on the break 10-3, but 2 of them got away. I think we got away, and I wanted our guys to work on our sets today. More so if we went up by 20, okay, let's pull it out, work on things. But the game just turned the way it turned. So
yeah, no, it was really good. A little bit of a different lineup that you had to start this one out, so giving some other guys opportunities.
Yes.
The one guy that seemed to bring a bit of a boost of energy, was like a 5-hour energy bar, was your boy Aiden Riley.
That's my guy, Aiden. Like I said, I saw Aiden shooting in the gym. One night it was late, and I'm seeing who's in the gym bouncing the ball. I just told Aiden, hey, come on out on the team and put you on the team. If you want to play, I'm gonna play you. So.
No, it was really good. Like I said, he was scrappy. I think that was the one thing. And it's amazing because your whole entire bench, every time he was, he's that player that every time he touches the ball, how can you not cheer for him?
How can you not cheer for Aiden? Because he comes in and he go for loose balls, he go for rebounds. He's a baseball player.
Yeah.
So, for him to come on over here and give us a couple minutes and the extra body that we needed around this time because of our injuries, I appreciate Aiden so much. I love Aiden for that.
Yeah, and I think you got to appreciate Justin Boston. I mean, he had himself quite a game. I was saying earlier in the first half, he was like the Visa card. He was everywhere that you needed to be. But, man, he was really feasting on the boards.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something like I haven't seen out of him. And,
well, we challenged in Boston. We feel as though Boston, along with Coit and Jones, could be that other guy during the break while we was out. But he's been fighting injuries after injuries after injuries. So to get him back, and he still has a knee injury. So we looking to get him back healthy over the break along with Najee Rice. So hopefully we coming back a little different different look next semester.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was one guy in particular that I guess you could say he was the hungriest player of the day, so he might be headed to Kelsey and Kim's after this one, was David Coit. I mean, he seemed like he had some threes, and he had a recipe that he just wanted to keep testing out, and everywhere he pulled from, he was just hitting them.
Yeah, I challenged him to get a triple-double today. I challenged him to get a triple-double today. He signed his scholarship to Northern Illinois University, so I said, hey, give him something to let them know what you're coming for, a triple-double. But, you know, Coit, he's a special player.
Yeah. He certainly was a guy that from the jump, first game of the season even till now, constantly a spark, always looking to get other teammates involved, push the ball around. And Richard Jones was another guy today. I mean, he just has some really nice passes. Yeah. He's got a quick pull on the trigger. I mean, it's quick. Like, he knows, like, as soon as I get this ball, it is coming out of my hands.
Yeah, either way, coming out of his hands, shooting or looking for the guy, which we're telling them for Richard to get that, he has to show the 4-year schools that he can run a club. He can pass, he can shoot, he can defend. And even when we were up 30-40, I'm still trying to get him to defend a lot more. But Richard's a great player. I mean, we have a great, backcourt.
Yeah. Well, a guy that I guess he's listed as a guard, but 6'6", Mbai, he showed off a little bit of flash today, maybe a little bit more than you were probably bargaining for. But for a big man, he really handles the ball well.
Yeah. Well, when I recruited him, they had him at a 4 or 5.
Okay.
And then I kind of like moved him over because I know his ability. When I recruited him, I knew that he could handle. I know he could shoot the ball. That's what I got him as a guard. He's our X factor at that guard.
He's tough to defend. I mean, he's like a runaway freight train. Once he gets moving, I'm not a guy I would think would want to be lined up and take a charge against him because he's 6'6", 210 pounds.
Yeah. Once again, it just comes down to his defense. Once he get that defense, I think a lot of schools are going to be coming in after him. He's a special player as well. I mean, I like our group of guys, honestly. Even with Sway Young coming in, crashing the boards, I like our group of guys.
Yeah, Sway Young with the big jam. That was a nice play. He'll be showing that on the Atlantic Cape highlights for quite some time.
Yes.
So you're headed into the break. Got a little bit of a holiday, I guess, break here or something like that. What do you guys have on plans? A lot of workouts, still practice, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, we giving them a week off, and then
nice.
we back in at the 27th. We got a tough stretch coming up second half of the season. We let 2 games get away, even though we lost 3, but we let 2 in the region get away that we feel as though we should have won. So we have to work on that, and we can't take no nights off. So over the break, we're going to be working on everything.
Well, a lot of people around the break travel on holidays, a lot of places they want to go to. And it seems like from your roster, there's a lot of people who want to come to Mays Landing, New Jersey and play for Atlantic Cape basketball. And how could they not? After the season that you guys have kind of seen, a lot of guys are gravitating, and they always say, success breeds success. And you got guys in your roster from Colorado, South Carolina, Georgia. Like, these are places that people want to come here. So you want to talk a little bit about that. Got a special thing brewing.
Yes. Well, I'm recruiting all over the continent, really all over the country. I'm even getting some Australians calling me. I do have a couple of Canadian kids coming from Canada.
Wow.
Next semester, I'm on my way to Texas, Alabama over the break to recruit some kids that wants to come, Georgia. So over my break, over these next 5 to 6 days, I'll be traveling, doing some recruiting.
All right.
Texas, I have quite a mix that we're really looking to bring in next year.
Great. Well, nothing but excitement. Things are going to definitely continue to heat up, even though it's getting into the wintertime. You can tell. You put 112 points on the scoreboard, I guess it was tonight, and only more. I can imagine more fun and frolic after the holidays.
Yes, we look. Before the season, I told the guys I was looking to average 120 points a game.
Okay.
120 points. We're far from that. We're about at 100, but with Najee Wright coming in and, our guys getting healthy, it's going to be exciting seeing everyone healthy at one time. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, and we are looking forward to more Buccaneer basketball in the second half. Coach, want to thank you for joining us again, man. Happy holidays to you as well.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you as
and
much.
Your staff as well. Happy holidays to all you guys.
All right, happy holidays to all of you out there, the Buccaneer Basketball Nation and fans. But until next time, I'm Doug Stasic. This is Coach Alan Ragland. We can't wait till next time to see you play ball.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.